Hey everyone, it's Tim again here. And yesterday I went to a Messianic Seder and I found something out about the 10 plagues. They were actually battles that God had chosen to fight targeted at 10 specific gods that the Egypt people worshipped at the time. First plague, the Nile to blood, was the god Hapi, or Happy, the god of the Nile, and Osiris, god of the underworld and fertility, also Isis, who was god of the Nile. The second plague, frogs, was Heget, the goddess of birth and fertility. Third plague, dust to gnats, was Capri, the scarab-faced solar deity. So in other words, affiliated with the sun. Fourth plague, the biting flies, Uchit, the god who manifested as a fly, and Capri, who is affiliated with cattle. The fifth god, the fifth plague, cattle disease, was Apis, the bull god, and Hathor, the goddess with the cow head. And they were also placed over cattle. Sixth plague, boils. This was Sekhmet and Serapis. These were both gods and goddesses that were affiliated with healing. Seventh plague, hail. Set, the god of storms, and Osiris, the god of crops and fertility. They were the gods defeated with the seventh plague. Eighth plague, locusts, was Osiris, the god of crops and fertility, and Serapis, the protector from locusts. Ninth plague, darkness, the sun gods Horus and Amun-Ra and Autumn. Wow, they had to have 3 gods and goddesses just to control the sun. And then the 10th plague, death of the firstborn. This was an attack on Pharaoh himself, who was seen as a god and a child of God. It's just kind of interesting how everyone thinks that God was just trying to soften Pharaoh's heart. No, there was a specific reason for this. But there's also something I kind of want to get off my chest here. I was just going to let this go, but I can't. After posting that I had been to a Seder, I got absolutely tore into by someone who claims to be a pastor, supposedly because Jews are not of God and Christians should not affiliate with them. Even if they're Messianic, that makes no differences. Jews are accursed. Okay, I'm going to make a statement, and yes, this is the hill I will die on. There is absolutely no such thing as an anti-Zionist Christian. Point blank, period. You cannot claim to love God and be against God's chosen people. On top of that, without Judaism, there is no Christianity. Look at the listings Judaism gave us. They gave us law and order. They gave us a structured leadership. It was the Jews who came up with the Pharisees, the high priests, and the pastors. On top of that, it was the Jews who gave us a Messiah. Jesus Christ was born Jewish. No, he wasn't Palestinian. The land belonged, and still does belong, to Israel and the Jewish people. You really need, a lot of times people will think that because we worship the Bible, which, need I remind you that the Torah is a part of the Bible? And because of that, God only accepts us. Well, first off, Gentiles and Christians, we are here to make the Jews jealous. Yes, we are grafted in, but that's because God is trying to call his people back. We really need to be careful about our own pride, because we can easily try to turn ourselves into gods and take his place. I'm just warning you, you really don't want to end up coming to certain conclusions and taking Bible verses out of context. That's all I have for this time. Bye.